down in South Beach over Minnesota. That game's in the top of the third. Yankees with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second in the Bronx over the Phillies. Tampa Bay's on the road. They're off to a hot start. And they have a 1-0 lead in D.C. over the Nationals. That game is in the bottom of the second. Braves leading the Cardinals. They're in town next. This weekend is St. Louis, but the Braves with a 3-0 lead. That game in the top of the second down in St. Louis. Everything else to get going later on today or tonight. Corbin Burns going through his warm-up tosses. We're about ready to get this one underway and stepping in with the play-by-play. Once again, here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Lane, thank you very much. And this broadcast, once again, is authorized by the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club, intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use without the expressed written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club is prohibited. Brandon Nimmo, 3 out of 6 in the series, will lead things off for New York. Marte to follow, and then Lindor, and Burns is all set to go. Opening pitch, seconds away. Here it is. In there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Fastball at 93, caught the outside corner. Burns deals again. Hit foul near the Brewers' dugout. 2 quick strikes on Brandon Nimmo. Two-strike delivery. Here comes Burns. Good fastball that time. He missed high and wide. 1-2 on the left-handed batting Brandon Nimmo. Looking for his first home run of the year, and the pitch. Broken bat, ground ball, hit to a diving stab at first. Point. And with Burns covering. Nicely done by the Brewers' first baseman. Made it look easy. 1 up and 1 down. Starling Marte. Mets right fielder. New York heads home following today's game. They have yet to play in New York. Burns is ready, and Marte. Big swing and a miss. That one around the outside corner at 94. Outfield about straightaway and deep. New sign, the 0-1 delivery. Look out. Up and in, and that one got him, I think, on the hand, and didn't hit him flush, but it did hit him. Up and in fastball, and it got him. No matter how they hit you, they don't feel good, I can tell you that. And he's all right. Walking to first base. Still probably has some sting in that one. Francisco Lindor is the batter now. 1 on for New York. Still time and still room for you. Come on out. Beautiful inside. American Family Field, 66 degrees. Burns in there that time off speed, and it's 0-1. In the middle 60s today. Starting to see some sunshine, I should say, every once in a while. Going to cool off again tonight. The pitch. Too low, and a good save by Contreras.
You were right the first time because the sun has been shunned at times over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of it.
Not a lot.
1-1 delivery on the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. Runner goes, and there will be no throw with a belly flop slide. He's in there at second base. Had a pretty good jump against Burns, and Contreras, whether or not, did not have a good grip on that one or thought, I don't have a chance. New sign, Burns deals, and this one is lined to left. The Mets are going to score for the first time in this series. Lindor turning second, he'll hold there, and New York has the lead. It's a double for Lindor, and as we have been telling you throughout this series, the Mets are a good club. Very good club. Many think will win the East. It took them 2 games plus to score a run thus far. They're good, though. Now Peter Alonso down low and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on him. Lindor gets only his second RBI. Alonso with a home run. He's driven in 2 swings and fouls on a pitch down and away. Even now at a ball and a strike. Hard to believe that the Mets went 2 games plus and out here in Game 3 without scoring a run. It really is. That one is in there at the knees, and it's 1-2 now. Shutouts in games 1 and 2, 10-0 and 9-0. Can't do that. But it happened. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Alonso a swing and a miss. May have foul tipped it. Contreras hangs on for the strikeout. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. They benefit. There is a difference. Now Daniel Vogelbach, who's the DH. Former Brewer and one of our more popular players that has come through the organization. Burns is ready, and here it is. He missed inside. Who said that first? Forrest Gump? It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say what the guy says to him in response. Just know it ended up as a bumper sticker.
1-0 delivery is a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. One 1-0 New York. Brewers play catch-up today from the opening inning on. Burns deals again. Vogelbach took again off the inside. 3-0, and look out here. You got Jeff McNeil due next. Do you come in there on Vogelbach with a fastball at 3-0? I would venture to say he's going to be ripping. Took one on the outside corner. And it's 3-1 now. Surprised that he didn't have a cut at that one. New sign, Contreras. Lindor, the runner at second. The pitch. In there again. Right back to the same spot. Vogelbach shaking his head on that one. Something that was hittable, but not really one to get after. So he took it. Now it's 3-2. Down and in here. Little low, he walked in. That was borderline, but it's ball 4, and Vogelbach is on. And the batter is Jeff McNeil. 2 on now with 2 outs. Marte hit by a pitch. And then Lindor knocked him in if you joined us a little bit late. And the batter is Jeff McNeil. 1 ball and no strikes. McNeil swings from the left side. Burns deals again. That one dropped low. Velocity is there at 94, but he missed again downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. All right, ready to work again. Corbin Burns deals. That one is lined to left. Hit pretty well, but playable and caught by Yelich to end the inning. Mets get a run, though, and at the end of 1/2 inning of play, Mike Brasso will lead things off for the Crew, down 1-0. David Peterson, New York left-hander, trying to win his first of the year, and he missed high and wide, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on Mike. 0 for 3 in the early going. Down in that series in Chicago, drives one to right, it's slicing foul, and back in the second deck. Quick trip around the bases presented by Oreo. Today's contestant, Darren Burkotterin, Greenleaf, Wisconsin, up and in on Mike Brasso. 2 balls and a strike on him. Playing at third base today, Willie Adames will follow, and then Yelich. From the windup, here it is. Swing and a miss on a dandy of a changeup, down low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And time called by Brasso. He steps out. Brewers get a score in the first inning. Darren wins $100. Gift card, compliments of Oreo and Quick Trip. The pitch. Lined to a diving stab at third. Guillorme takes a base hit away from Mike Brasso. Diving stab to his left. Here's Willie Adames. Baseball brought to you in part by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Adames in the series, 3 for 9, takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Big gang out here from the Boucher Automotive Group. Frank and Company, longtime Brewers sponsors. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Willie Adames. From the windup, here he comes. Dropping one down low, and it's 2 balls on a strike. Outfield for Willie, fairly deep and about straight away. Target down low and away. Omar Narvaez doing the catching, and that one missed down low. Off speed again, 3 balls and a strike. Anybody knows Willie Adames, it's Omar Narvaez. Now the left-hander kicks and deals again. Too high, and he walked him. Free ride for Willie Adames. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. And the batter is going to be Christian Yelich in the number 3 slot today. Pretty much outfield will shift a little bit towards left field for Yelich. Right field line is wide open. Marte well off the line out there. Peterson all set again. In tight, about belt high, a strike. And it's 0-1 on Christian Yelich. Looking for home run number 1 on the year. And the pitch to him. Down low, and a good save by Omar. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers left fielder. There is no game tomorrow. Mets are heading home following today's contest. St. Louis Cardinals coming in for the weekend. New sign, and the left-hander is ready. For Yelich, here it is. Christian took a changeup low. Tough one to lay off of there. 2 balls on a strike. Peterson all set to work again. Here he comes. Yelich to left. Deep, slicing, foul, and out of play. Didn't look good when it left the bat. Slicing into foul territory. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Christian. Yelich, 1 out of 4 lifetime against Peterson. Here he comes again. In tight on Christian. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Still time, still room for you. Come on out. Little late lunch today. Enjoy the game. Throw to first, and the runner's back in time. Willie Adames. Head first dive, got back in there. Yelich stepping out now, back in there. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. A walk now, a strikeout, and here comes William Contreras doing the catching today. Luke Boyd will be next. If Contreras can reach. 2 men are out, 1-0. New York has the lead here in the opening inning. The stretch. Time call now. Who was that? That was the home plate umpire, and the pitcher gets the call there. Contreras. A little low on a changeup. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, the pitch clocks and who gets called, hitter, pitcher, runner. 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. We'll all get used to it sooner or later. I know that.
It's going to take a little getting used to, because the first motion that happens is the home plate umpire coming out and calling time. So you're just naturally thinking the hitter is called time initially.
2-1 delivery. Foul back against the wire, and it's 2-2. Now, the other day when Alan Porter was behind the plate, I mean, it seemed like every other batter was getting something called one way or another. And I guess 2-2 pitch. Bouncer out in front of home plate. Peterson's got that and throws him out easily to end the inning. The thing that I guess I'm getting at is the fact that maybe if the things off for New York, curveball and strike, and it's 0-1 on him. A little breezy outside today, but it doesn't have to be hot. And the pitch, bouncer, wide of third, foul, 2 strikes on him. Doesn't have to be all that hot outside to grill out or worry about cold weather when you're grilling outside. Heck no. Warmer on the grill, and makes it even warmer, especially if you're cooking Usigers. Brats. Zesty Italian, the pitch. Hit foul again. Still 0-2 on Marcano. Great tasting all beef wieners. You like hot dogs, and especially the brats. Grill them outside, but you don't have to do that either. You can make them in a pan. I do it. 2-strike delivery. Curve and a dandy for a strikeout. Got him looking. Second strikeout for Burns. 10 for identification here. This is the Brewers Radio Network. Omar Narvaez is the batter following that orthopedic strikeout. Omar, a strike, and it's 0-1. That was a breaking ball from Corbin Burns. New York catcher hitting an even 300, looking for home run number 1 on the year. And the one strike delivery. Bouncer hit to Miller at second base. Easy play for him. 2 are up, 2 are down. Luis Guillorme is going to be the batter, playing at third base today for New York. Two up, 2 down, 1-0 New York. Any time of the year is a good time for usingers. And the pitch. A little bit high and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Absolutely. Heat of summer. Tastes even better. Lined foul by Guillorme. 1 ball and 1 strike on him. And don't forget Cedar Crest. Great tasting ice cream. 1-1 delivery. Bouncer hit right side again. There's Miller. Easy play, and Burns works a 1-2-3 second inning. 3 up and 3 down, inning and a half complete. David Peterson all set to go here in the Brewers half of inning number 2. Luke Voigt in there and takes one down low and inside. Fleet Farm has what you need in one stop. Hardware to pet food, you'll find the top brands. Great prices, too, at Fleet Farm. 1-0 delivery, a big hack and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike on Luke Voigt. Playing at first base today. And the pitch. In tight. Fastball missing. 2 balls and a strike. Looking for base hit number 1 on the year. He's 0 for 5. And the pitch. Big swing. Roller up along third, but foul. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Voigt. Brian Anderson will follow, and then Jesse Winker. Peterson, the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Pulled a string on him and struck him out. Had him way out front. Second strikeout for Peterson. That's his 7th on the year. Here is Brian Anderson. 3 home runs for him. Driven in 10. Fastball missed outside. It's 1-0 now. Anderson, 2-0 now, off the outside again. 3 home runs on this young season for Anderson. And the pitch. That one's in there. He watched it go by. 2 balls and a strike. Ready and waiting. Missed outside. 3-1 now.
I think the next time that Voigt is in the lineup, we should all wear our shirts buttoned down as much as his jersey is.
3-1 delivery. That one's in there. He watched it go by. Brian Anderson took one right down the middle. 3-2.
That's impressive.
A little tight, yeah. 3-2 and coming back. Bouncer, foul. He got out in front of a slider that time. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Brian Anderson. And the pitch. High and wide, he walked him. Well, tying runners aboard. Second walk given up by Peterson. Free ride for Anderson, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. They make a difference. Here is Jesse Winker, left-handed batter against the left-handed offerings of David Peterson. Winker looking for home run number 1 on the year. Driven in 5. Peterson kicks and deals. That one hit foul down the left field side. Nothing and 1 with Owen Miller due next. 1-0 New York. And the pitch fouled again. A jam job fastball on Winker. Brewers trailing today 1-0. First 2 games of the series, an abundance of runs. 10-0 in the opener, 9-0 in game 2. And today, New York. That one's too high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Getting a run in the opening inning on a double by Francisco Lindor. The drought is over. And the pitch. Line to right. In the corner. Going to be an extra base hit. Winker digging for second. He'll be in there. And on to third goes Brian Anderson. Winker got out in front of a slider and ripped it to the right field corner. Well, here is Owen Miller. Second and third now, down 1-0 with only 1 out. The New York infield is going to play up. Miller playing at second base. A bullet hit to left. This game is tied. Winker's going to be held at third. No place for him to go. With the infield up, Lindor almost made a diving grab on that one. They were playing up to cut the run if possible. It just did get by the diving Lindor. 1 is in. Winker to third. Here's Joey Wiemer. Had a good homestand. Owen Miller, his first RBI of the year in the pitch. Hit to right and deep. Hey, get up! Get up! Get out of here and gone! Joey Wiemer just hit a 3-run shot out of here. And the crew has the lead. Wow, to the bullpen in right. Wiemer, his first. And the crew is back on top. It has been a home run barrage in this series for Milwaukee. Wow. Marte kept going back. He got to the warning track, and then you know what it is. Uh-oh. He had enough. And the Brewers have the lead on the 3-run shot by Joey Wiemer. Wow.
These kids keep delivering. It feels like they can do no wrong right now in this lineup. It's really amazing.
Wow. I'm telling you. Mike Brasso, a strike looking on a breaking ball. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. That's $100 every time a Brewer hits a home run. Brasso upstairs with a foul ball. 2 strikes on him. Wow. 4-1 Milwaukee. Just like that. Peterson, look out, inside, he missed. 1-2 now on Mike Brasso. A walk, the double, the pitch. Hit in the air, fouled again by Brasso. Tough pitch to handle, he did. Fouled it back to stay alive.
I don't know that anybody could have imagined these young guys would come up and have the impact that they've had right out of the gate.
And the pitch, high and wide on Brasso. I was talking to Craig Counsell about that today before the game.
Talked about these guys so much last year, but no one could have envisioned this. I mean, it's almost like their energy has just kind of spilled over.
2-2 hit to right field. It's got the distance, but it's going to wind up foul.
And they're all having so much success, it's like they're trying to top each other within the game.
You know, and you were here last night too, Lane. We talked about it, you know, during the broadcast last night. The fact that you're going up against Max Scherzer, one of baseball's best, a swing and a miss. Brasso has gone via the strikeout. And in looking at the guy last night before the game even started, you know, the players were talking about, you know, you got your hands full with this guy. He's a Hall of Famer down the road. Yet, I mean, they came out banging again last night. 2 outs now, and Willie Adames is the batter. He sends one in the air, foul and out of play.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the speed and the ability to put the ball in play and the big arm and all of the athleticism and the tools these guys have. But maybe the most impressive thing in the first week has been the fearlessness of these young players.
I mean, they're going up there like they're, you know, veteran players, high and off the outside corner. It's 1-1. That they've been around here for a few years, and it hasn't happened yet. It will. But, yeah, that's the way they're approaching these games. Hit foul by Adames upstairs again on the right field side. Going about it like they've been around here for a long time. And hooray for them. One ball, 2 strikes. Peterson, too high, pulled down by Omar Narvaez. Each and every home run by the crew, worth $100. Unger Task Force of Milwaukee, Orthopedic Associates. Upstairs again, 3-2 on the Brewers shortstop.
And you think about Terang's first hit was on the first pitch he saw. Weimer's was on the first pitch he saw. That home run was on the first pitch he just saw.
3-2, and he missed outside. Willie Adames with a 2-out free ride. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. And here comes Christian Yelich. Strikeout victim his first time up. Contreras is due next. The crew back on top. A 4-run second inning. Peterson coming back on Yelich. Now they've got Willie Adames picked off, and they'll get him at second base. On the tag by Lindor. That one goes 1-3-6 to retire the side, but the crew gets 4. The third is on, and so is Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you, Uke. Back to the top of the order for the Mets here in the top of the third. Brandon Nimmo to lead things off. For New York against Corbin Burns, a 4-1 Brewers lead. And the first pitch from Burns is a cutter in there for strike 1. Uke mentioned it earlier. The Mets will travel back to New York, and they will have their home opener tomorrow against the Marlins. A 1 pitch is in there for a strike. That was the changeup, and it's 0-2. 14th year at Citi Field for the Mets. Burns kicks and brings home the 0-2 pitch, and that one missed low and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That ballpark opened in 2009, and I know you have a lot of memories of Shea Stadium before it.
Oh, man.
1-2 pitch to Nimmo is a swing and a miss. Got him with a curveball, and it's an ortho ASAP strikeout for Burns.
And there's one away.
Yeah, even going beyond that one, lane for the old Polo Grounds, which was the home of the New York Giants National League Baseball team way back when. And when the Mets came into being, that's where they played their games, the Polo Grounds.
Here's Starling Marte with one out, nobody on. First pitch from Burns is in there for strike one.
I think back to those days, playing days, and at the Polo Grounds, historic ballpark.
Burns 0-1 delivery to Marte is a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
The Bobby Thompson home run.
Oh, yeah.
To win it for the Giants. The catch by Willie Mays. So many historic moments at that great old ballpark.
0-2 pitch. Marte jammed him. It's a little shallow fly into right field. It's going to drop in fair territory. Anderson will get it on a hop. Throw to second. Not in time as Marte was hustling and looking for two right out of the box. Just a little flare into shallow right. The pitch got in on Marte. And Anderson was able to get to it before it bounced out of play as it hit on that warning track in foul territory. But Marte was able to slide in there in front of the throw, so he's in there with a one-out double. And there's a man in scoring position now for Francisco Lindor. A 4-1 Brewers lead here, top of the third. Burns brings home the pitch, and it's down and in 1-0.
Yeah, that home run by Bobby Thompson, of course. You know, I was around for that and the historic call. That one stays around forever and ever.
1-0 pitch, and that's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Over the years, you had gone to plenty of dinners with both Bobby and Ralph, right?
Matter of fact, he was here a couple of times, Bobby Thompson, at the old ballpark at County Stadium. But he was here, came up in the booth a couple of times, had a chance to sit around and shoot the breeze. Yeah.
2 balls and no strikes on Lindor. Burns pitch. Broken bat flare into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Anderson over there to cut it off on a hop. Around third is Marte. He will score. It's an RBI single for Lindor. And the Mets have cut into that Brewers lead. It's 4-2 Milwaukee. So a run in and a runner at first now with one away for Pete Alonso. The Mays catch, the thing that has always amazed me about that catch is the iconic photo of it and how Joe Garagiola is in the clubhouse because those were out in the outfield and he's looking out of the window down at the play being made by Willie. First pitch swing for Alonso. This is a drive out to right. Back goes Anderson. It is gone. Pete Alonso's tied this game up on a 2-run shot into the Mets bullpen in right center. His second home run of the season. And just like that, the Mets get all those runs back here in the top of the third. So Alonso snaps an 0-for-12 streak with that 2-run home run. It wasn't a bad pitch from Burns. He just went down and got it and muscled it out. And that's something that Pete Alonso does as well as anybody. Major power from the Mets first baseman. And here's Daniel Vogelbach, 1 out, nobody on. A tie game now at 4 here, top of the third, and the pitch misses down and away. It's 1-0.
Yeah, the catch by Mays and the clubhouses at the Polo Grounds were in dead center field, both of them. They were next to each other.
Burns 1-0 to Vogelbach is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
So if you had something to say to somebody on the other club that you didn't particularly care for, you didn't have to go very far. And you had a long walk to the dugouts.
1-1 pitch is rolled foul behind home plate. It's 1-2.
Yeah, center field there at the Polo Grounds was 500 feet. I remember, the catch that Mays made, and you saw the sign in the background, 500 feet out there. But yeah, that whole scene, upper part of New York.
1-2 pitch is low. It's 2-2.
And the kids and everybody else that was around, you know, when you got off the team bus to go into the clubhouse. That was again, it was the New York Mets and their existence starting.
2-2 pitch is outside. It's full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
At the Polo Grounds in New York. I think back now, Grinny, to some of the scenes that were, you know, around at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was a long time ago.
Burns 3-2 pitch. Bouncer to first. Taking on a short hop by Voit. He's going to run to the bag himself for the second out of the inning. There's 2 down now for Jeff McNeil.
But I mean, the rivalry that went on there between the Giants and the Dodgers. You know, both in New York, Dodgers in Brooklyn, the Giants Upper East Side in New York. But when the Mets came in, and Gil Hodges, right? Gil Hodges, legendary first baseman. Just, you know, that whole scene up there, the history of the Mets, and their coming into being along with Houston. It was, again, for me, it was my first year, 62, as a player. But the Polo Grounds, a historic place. It really was.
Here's McNeil. He's 0 for 1 today. 2 outs and nobody on. A 4-4 ball game, and Burns drops a curveball. Actually, a cutter in there for strike 1. It's 0-1. I mean, as a young guy growing up, playing in the Polo Grounds, that was a cathedral of baseball.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. Yeah.
0-1 pitch is low, and it's a ball and a strike. It's really too bad that structures like that aren't around anymore.
Yeah,
nice to preserve it in some way.
Somehow.
1-1 pitch is down. 2 balls and 1 strike. Reminds me of the Frank Sinatra song, "There Used to Be a Ballpark Here."
That's right. But the call by Hodges on Bobby Thompson's home run, I mean, one of the great happenings in sports history. Yep. Any sport, I don't care what it is.
2-1 to McNeil. That is line but foul at the first base line. It's 2-2.
The Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. I don't know how many times he said it, but I was one of the persons that heard it, listening to that game.
Yeah.
And infancy for television. You know, we had TV sets that were about 6 inches big to watch at that time.
The screen was 6 inches big.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
the box
about. Yeah.
And everything else to power it. A little different situation. 2-2 to the second baseman. And McNeil rolls it to first. Voit has it. He'll backhand toss it to Burns, covering the bag. And the inning is over. But the Mets get 3 and they tie this game. It's now time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Catherine Shelley from Waukesha. Christian Yelich leads off this bottom of the third inning, a 4-4 ball game. He takes a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Catherine will win a Potawatomi prize package if a member of the crew hits a triple this inning. Visit WTMJ.com to enter. The pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1-1. And you can check out WTMJ.com for official contest rules as well. The 1-1 pitch to Yelich is a swing and a miss. A high slider from Peterson. And Yelich is behind, 1 ball and 2 strikes. He struck out swinging and is only at bat today. That was back in the first. 1-2 swing and a miss. Slider down and away, and Yelich strikes out for the second time today. Strikeout number 4 for Peterson. And there's one away for William Contreras. Contreras today grounded out right back to the pitcher back in the first inning to end that inning. Peterson out of the windup, and the first pitch to Contreras misses low with a curveball. And it's 1-0. Brewers got 4 runs in the bottom of the second inning, took a 4-1 lead, but the Mets came right back with 3 themselves in the top of the third, including a 2-run shot from Pete Alonso as Contreras takes outside, and it's 2-0. Taking all the way, and he takes low with a changeup, and it climbs to 3 balls and no strikes on Contreras. Peterson's 3-0 pitch is up and away, and Contreras works a 1-out walk. So a man aboard for Voit. That is the 4th walk issued by Peterson. Contreras on a bag for the first time today. And Voit, who is 0 for 2 in this homestand so far, comes to the plate. He struck out against Peterson back in the second inning. The pitch. Here's a broken bat flare into shallow left center. That's going to drop in there for a base hit in front of Canna. Contreras will stop at second, and the Brewers have first and second as Voit has his first hit in a Brewers uniform. A single here in the bottom of the third inning. And now here's Brian Anderson, the guy who has made a big impact right out of the gate. His first week with the crew. Anderson with 10 driven in on the season already, 9 of them coming in this series, and another RBI opportunity for him right here this afternoon. Peterson's first pitch, and Anderson took it low and maybe just a touch inside with a changeup. It's 1-0. Ortho ASAP, walk right in. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference on that walk to Contreras a couple of batters ago. He's now at second base as Anderson takes low, and it's 2-0 on the Brewers right fielder this afternoon. Peterson looks back at second, the 2-0. There's a strike, and it's 2-1. Contreras gets his lead from second. Voit as much as he wants from first. The 2-1 pitch is outside. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Anderson. The 3-1 pitch. Anderson a swing and a miss at a changeup down and away, and the count is full at 3-2. Carbless, a premium ready-to-drink cocktails, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers with no carbs or sugar. Try a variety of flavors available right here at the ballpark or get it at your local grocer. Less is more. 3-2 pitch to Anderson. And a pop-up into right. He's going to carry out to Marte. Moving back into his right a couple of steps to make the catch. No tag from Contreras. He'll stay put at second base. And Brian Anderson retired for what feels like the first time in a long time. And the Brewers looking for a big 2-out hit here from Jesse Winker, who had the double and the run scored back in the second inning. 1 for 1 this afternoon for Winker. A couple of hits in this series. Winker has had a very positive impact in his first week in a Brewers uniform. Brewers counting on a bounce back year from him. Checks his swing and takes a fastball for a strike right at the very top of the zone. It's 0-1. Peterson about to unfurl pitch number 68, and it's a slider down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Winker. The double back in the second inning, his first of the season. He'd take one of those right here again. 1-1 pitch missed inside. It's 2-1. Brewers offense has been alive and well over the course of this homestand. 19 runs in the first 2 games of this series. And off to another fast start here
in the series finale. 2-1 pitch. Uecker takes outside. It's 3-1. If Uecker can reach, Owen Miller stands in the on-deck circle right now. 3-1. Uecker, a line drive right into the glove of Lindor. It knocked over Peterson as it whistled right by his ear. On the way to Lindor, who made the catch. Well, this Friday, start your weekend off the right way with half-off Brewers tickets at 5 County Friday. 50% off seats for residents. As Mark Canha, first pitch swinging, and he hits one on the ground to second base. Owen Miller will play it on a couple of hops and throws him out at first base for the first out of the inning here in the top of the fourth. A 4-4 ball game. And there's one away for Omar Narvaez. Yeah, 50% off seats for residents of Milwaukee, Racine, Ozaki, Washington, and Waukesha counties. Get yours at brewers.com/5county. Narvaez 0 for 1, and the first pitch from Burns misses low with a cutter, and it's 1-0. Narvaez 0 for 4 in this series. Had a good initial series in Miami to open up the season for the Mets. 1-0 pitch, and Narvaez took a strike. That's a cutter on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-1. Burns kicks and delivers, and he missed with a curveball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Narvaez, an all-star in 21 with the Crew. Had a tough year offensively in 20, but made great strides defensively that season. 2-1 pitch is a liner past the glove of Voit, but it is a foul ball. Voit almost was able to come up with that ball, but first base umpire Sean Barber called it foul, and now pretty healthy disagreement. The umpires are going to get together. It looked like it might have been fair from our vantage point. It was past the first base bag. Omar Narvaez has his helmet off, and he can hardly believe it as well. All 4 umpires have gotten together to talk this one over. We get a good look at the replay of this, and it's definitely a fair ball. Not even very close, to be honest with you. Hit probably a good 1.5 feet inside the line, and Sean Barber is trying to get himself out of the way of that ball. And he's also blocked a little bit by Voit initially, so hard for him to get a good look at it. Alan Porter, the crew chief, now is going to call Craig Counsell out and explain the situation to him. Craig Counsell looking like he's anticipating bad news. Alan Porter is saying somebody said fair. Craig Counsell just asked who said fair. Craig does not like whatever Alan Porter is explaining to him right now. He is not overly animated, and he's going to turn around and walk back into the dugout without much of an argument. Buck Showalter now is getting relayed the information as well. Mike Malinsky and Alan Porter now jogging over to that side of the field. And Jim Wolf is over there with them as well. And it looks like Narvaez is going to be given first base. And they got it right. That hit in shallow right field, but it was definitely inside of the chalk. Narvaez trying to plead his case that he thinks he should be at second base, but he's not going to get that. So he'll get a single out of it. And now here is Luis Guillorme. With 1 out, Burns brings home the pitch, and it missed low with a changeup. And it's 1-0. So Narvaez with his first hit of this series. Burns kicks in the 1-0 pitch. There's his strike with a cutter at 94 right at the knees. And it's 1-1.
Guillorme grounded out to second base back in the second inning. A 4-4 ball game here at American Family Field. The series finale here today between the Brewers and the Mets. Guillorme takes inside with a cut fastball, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike on the Mets' third baseman. Burns looking in. He comes set. And the 2-1. And that missed low. He is missing low for the most part today. Even the home run he gave up to Alonso was a pitch that was down. And Alonso just went down and got it. 3-1 the count here on Guillorme. The pitch. And there's a strike. Might have got a call that time from home plate umpire Mike Malinsky. Burns will not complain about it, and now the count is full. It's 3-2 on Guillorme. Narvaez gets his lead from first, being held on by Voit, and the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second base. Miller pivoted towards second initially, and then very smartly elected to just get the out at first base. So Narvaez will get to second on the play, but Miller doing the right thing. That was not a double play ball, and it was not a ball that there was any sure bet you would get the out at second base because of where that ball was hit. It was hit closer to first base, and so Miller wisely just taking the out. And now back to the top of the order, and Brandon Nimmo. Hey, a reminder from Schneider's Professional Truck Drivers: always keep a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. Pitch to Nimmo is just a little bit high with a cut fastball. It's 1-0. Nimmo's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout today. Burns brings home the pitch, and he missed away. Goes to 2-0 on Brandon Nimmo. Burns has had to work here this afternoon. He's thrown 67 pitches as he works in the top of the fourth. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Playing it near the bag at second base as Adamasi throws across to first. Nimmo is retired and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors. Owen Miller leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Crew. A 4-4 ball game. Brewers and Mets, the final game of this 3-game series. Brewers looking for a sweep here this afternoon, and Miller takes a first pitch strike from David Peterson. It's 0-1. Peterson up over 70 pitches in this outing. He misses up and away with a fastball at 91, and it's even now at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 to Miller. Down and in. 2-1 now. Miller had the RBI single back in the second inning. That tied the game, but only for a moment as Joey Wiemer launched a 3-run home run a batter later. Miller hits this one high in the air, but fouling out of play down the right field line. It's 2-2. Miller, the Wisconsin kid, you've heard the story by now, and he is living out his dream, getting to play for the Crew. 2-2. Little squiver up the first baseline, gobbled up by Alonso behind the bag, and Peterson just beats Miller to the bag as he takes the feed from his first baseman. So Miller's retired 3-1, and now here is the aforementioned Joey Wiemer. Seeing all of the tools on display in week 1 for Wiemer. The arm, the speed, and back in that second inning we saw what is kind of the headlining tool for Wiemer. That is the raw power. First pitch to him, and he checks his swing and takes a curveball at the top of the strike zone. It's 0-1. Peterson working quickly. The 0-1 pitch. One hopper to short. Lindor takes it on a big hop and throws out Wiemer by a step. And there's 2 down. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. What a roster. Order by April 30th and get 0% for 48 months at PellaWI.com.
So 2 down and nobody on for Mike Brasso, who's 0 for 2 today. Lined out back in the first inning. He struck out in the second. Still looking for his first hit of the season, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. What a weapon he was a year ago for Craig Counsell. As a bat off the bench. And he lines this into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit for Brasso. Hustling over there as Canada cut it off on a couple of hops and hold Brasso to a long single. But there's that first hit of the season for Brasso. It's a 2-out single here in the fourth. So he's aboard. That'll get Adames to the plate. Willie has walked both times he's come to the plate today. Adames still looking for that first long ball of the season. 31 home runs a season ago, a Brewers record for a shortstop. Toss over to first, and Brasso just gets back in time. They caught him leaning. Alonso says, take a look at that one to Buck Showalter, who looks back into his dugout to see if they want to challenge, and Showalter says, we do not. Brasso was able to get that right hand in there just before the tag applied by Alonso. Peterson brings home the pitch to Adames, and he misses outside. It's 1-0. Long look in for David Peterson, and the 1-0 pitch, and Adames, a big rip, no contact on a fastball at 92. About letter high. It's 1-1. Action in that Mets bullpen right now. Pitch is outside, snap throw to first, and Brasso able to get the right hand in there again in front of the tag applied by Alonso. 2 balls and 1 strike at the plate on Willie Adames. Steven Nagosic, the right-hander, is up in the Mets pen currently. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good changeup just off the plate by Peterson. And the count is even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Willie's helmet comes off. He adjusts it, now steps back into the box. Yellow batting gloves, yellow sleeve on the right arm for Adames, and yellow cleats. 2-2. Swings on this one and fouls it straight back into the net. Had a good cut. Fastball up and just a touch out of the zone. And Adames had it timed up pretty well. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's high. He's worked the count full at 3-2. Willie's done a good job this year with runners on base. He does have 3 driven in on the season in a very small sample size. Now he's going to take his time out and step out of the box for a brief moment. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup, and it was a beauty of a changeup from Peterson to strike out Adames. Tied at 4 as we head to the 5th, and back in to call it for you. Once again, here's Uecker.
All right, Lane, thank you very much. And Starling Marte starts things off against Corbin Burns here in the 5th inning. A big swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Vibe check, cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Big Vibe, they call it. Seltzer that passes the vibe check. 1 strike, Burns coming back. Lined foul up along the first base side by Marte. 2 strikes on him. Fans, don't forget, George Webb predicts the Crew will win 12 games in a row this season. When they do, we'll be celebrating. You bet. 2-strike delivery. Little low and away, and it's ball 1 and strike 2. Learn more at georgewebb.com. Tied at 4 here in the 5th inning. Corbin Burns. Jam job foul back against the wire. Ball 1 and strike 2. Marte, Lindor, and then Peter Alonso. Marte, former Pirate, the pitch. Check swing, and he held. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hits are all even, 5 apiece. Mets have left 3. Brewers have stranded 4. Corbin Burns is ready. Coming back. Swinging a foul. Got a piece of it. Still a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Right-handed batting Starling Marte. He has been hit by a pitch. Doubled. Scored twice. And waiting on a 2-2 pitch. Here comes Burns. Bouncer hit up along third, but foul. And we'll step out 10 for identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network. Brewers Mets, 5th inning, game 3. Burns is ready. And the pitch, line to center, and diving and a grab. Joey Wiemer. Wow. I'll tell you what, we've seen plenty in this series against the Mets. Offense, plenty of that. And defense, plenty of that too, and that was a dandy by Joey Wiemer. Wow. If it gets by him, it's run all day for Marte. Now Francisco Lindor. Wiemer in right field last night. Made a couple of running grabs, a strike on a check swing anyway, and it's 0-1 on Lindor. He caught a ball in that right field corner in foul territory up against the sidewall. That was a dandy, and the pitch. In there again, 2 strikes with nothing now on Lindor. We've talked about him, I know that, throughout the spring. And now during the series at home, about the speed of that guy. He's big, and he can fly, and he's got a power arm to go along with it.
And we said fearless, and there's going to be a point in this season where he runs into a wall, and I feel sorry for the wall.
I'm with you on that one. Yep. And the pitch down low and inside on Lindor. Yeah, he's a good one. Anderson playing in right field today. Yelich has the left field area once again. But those guys that play in center and the pitch. Line to right. Going to be an extra base hit for Lindor. In the second he goes with a standing double. When you commit to those gaps in left center and right center, and if you're not sure you're going to get there, you better pull up because there's nobody behind you. And if indeed those gappers get by you with a diving try, yeah, you got a lot of problems. Here's Peter Alonso, hit that home run his last time up, a 2-run shot to pitch. Check swing, it's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Pete Alonso. Lindor now 3 out of 3 today. A couple of runs batted in and a run scored. Burns for Alonso. Good on the outside corner. Came right back out there. 1 ball and 1 strike on the right-handed batting New York first baseman. Lead run at second base. 1 man out here in the New York 5th inning. That one dropped low. 2 balls on a strike now. That pitch that Alonso hit for the home run back in the third was not bad. Down, away, but he went right with it. Ready for the 2-1 delivery. Here comes Burns. That's good. He took it. Don't know if he was looking something inside. That one about belt high around the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting. Burns. Token look at Lindor. The pitch. Line to the gap in left center. This one is trouble, and it is gone for Peter Alonso. There's no getting away from that guy. We've seen him enough. For those of you who are baseball fans and have watched Alonso work in the home run derby during the All-Star break, he's capable of doing that anytime he goes up there. No doubt. The last one he hit was to right center to the Mets bullpen. Now he goes the other way, the Brewers bullpen in left center, and out of here by plenty. And Chris Hook is out there now to talk things over with Corbin Burns, and the Brewers bullpen is going to get busy. Hobie Milner is up for Milwaukee. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, when Alonso is in there and geared for a particular pitch, that one I talked about moments before he hit the home run, that was out and away, that could have gone the other way, he took it. Obviously looking to go left, or left center anyway. That's what he got. A pitch about belt high, up, and he put it in the bullpen. Now Daniel Vogelbach. Vogelbach today has walked and bounced out. It's 6-4 New York. And the pitch. Low and away off speed. It's 1 ball and no strikes. We have talked throughout this series about the Mets. A lot of people think they can win the East. And when this series started, that's a strike, and it's even 1-1. And looking at this club and knowing what they have and what they had and where they finished last year, you knew they were going to give you problems. Absolutely. 2 balls on a strike now on Vogelbach. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, if you look at payroll, their payroll is like they can win. It's big, and they have a lot of people who bounce or hit foul by Vogelbach. A lot of people on this club that are making a lot of bucks and are worth it. And when you see what happened here the first 2 games, that's what's hard to figure out for us. Anyway, that are involved in the games and knowing what these guys are. Missed inside on that one. It's full 3-2. You know they're capable of doing just what we're seeing happen here today. Not a big deal. The Brewers can battle right back and jump right back into it the same way. 3-2 on Vogelbach. Hit foul at home plate. Do it again with a full count.
Yeah, they're swinging the bat today like they're a little angry from the first 2 games of this series, and that's understandable.
You were here. You watched that. It's hard to figure out how you can shut these guys out twice, back to back.
I don't think anybody thought they'd be shut out in back-to-back games all year long.
Not this reporter anyway. I know that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Burns is ready again. Here it is. Vogelbach took way outside, and Milner is about ready, and so is Craig Counsell. That is going to be all for Corbin Burns. Free ride for Vogelbach. And we get the U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen. Obi Milner is up and ready. Official wireless sponsor of the Milwaukee Brewers. Back after. Obi Milner makes his third appearance of the year. Inning in 2/3. And Jeff McNeil, Mets second baseman and a left-handed swinger, in there now with Vogelbach aboard and one man out. 2 runs are in. Milner all set. And deals, hit foul at home plate. A little breaking ball inside on McNeil. Got him in the foot. He's all right. 1 strike on McNeil. New sign, and the left-hander deals again. A bullet to first, a second one, and the return throw with Milner covering. Got him! Willie Adames with a bullet-like throw to first, and we'll see if Buck Showalter wants to take another look. Nope, nothing doing. 3-6-1 if you go along. Peterson against Christian Yelich. And he deals outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Yelich today has struck out twice. And the pitch by the left-handy. Good on the outside corner, and it's even. 1 ball and 1 strike on Christian. Contreras next, then Luke Voit. 6-4 Mets. Too low again. 2 balls on a strike. Inning-ending double play brought to you by Hupie and Abraham. You bet, $100 donated for every double play. And the pitch up and in on Christian. 2 balls on a strike now. Down by a pair. 6-4 New York. Mets trying to get out of here with a win. And the pitch. In tight, backed him out of there. A free ride for Yelich. That is the 5th walk given up by Peterson in this game. He has struck out 5. Buck Showalter heading out there. Another U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. Official wireless sponsor. Drew Smith is the new pitcher for New York, making his 3rd appearance for the Mets. William Contreras is in there now to be the first man to face him. Luke Voit will follow, Brian Anderson, and hopefully a few more. 6-4, Mets have the lead. Smith is ready and delivers. He's in and over a fastball strike. And it's 0-1. 6 runs on 7 hits for New York. Brewers have 4 on 5. And from the stretch, Yelich, and now Smith backs off. Contreras back in there, all set to go again. 1 strike and coming back. Here it is. Too high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. Crowd today should be in that 19,000 to 20 range. Token look at Yelich. And delivers, dropping down low on a changeup and knocked down by Narvaez. 2 balls on a strike. No game tomorrow. The crew gets the day off.
Should have big crowds this weekend against the Cardinals.
Make your plans to come on out. 2-1 delivery. Smith is ready and deals again. Check, swing, strike. That one got the attention of Contreras. Quick turnaround on Mike Malinsky. Now the 2-2 offering. That one's way high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big weekend of baseball. Then the crew's going to leave town for a while. Come on out, make your plans. Smith one more time, runner goes, swinging a fly ball foul to the second deck. Yelich off and running on that one. Ball 3 and strike 2.
You play each divisional team 2 less series now than previously because of the balanced schedule. So even though it's early April, it's a really big series against the Cardinals.
You got it. Absolutely. And you play everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody escapes. And the pitch. Runner goes. Hit in the air to right center. Warning track catchable. Marte's got it. Just missed. And the batter is Luke Voigt. Yeah, you get a shot at everybody in baseball. That's the new scheduling now. Everybody plays everybody.
I think ultimately for the fans, it's a great thing. You think about Aaron Judge and his pursuit of 62 last year and his ability to do it against every team. Yeah, he didn't get that opportunity last year. The Brewers were able to see him because the Yankees came in here, but a lot of other teams in the National League didn't get to see that.
Voigt, too low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, we got a shot to see him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were here. And they had a good series, and so did he. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Lined into left center, just out of the reach of Lindor. On to third goes Yelich easily, and the Brewers in business here on a rocket past Lindor. He almost caught it. Runners at the corners. Brian Anderson represents the go-ahead run, and he's in there. But yeah, that series against the Yankees last year here, I'll tell you what really impressed me about Judge during that series, his outfield play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, after you have a half swing and a strike, when you haven't seen Aaron Judge in a while, everybody's talking about his power and the home runs, that he hit, which big news. But I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with his play in the outfield. Too low, and it's even at a ball and a strike.
It's a little bit of an exaggerated version of Joey Wiemer with the Brewers. They're so big, you don't realize that they can really run, too.
I'll tell you what, that guy can cover ground. He's got a big power arm. And, of course, the home runs. 1-1, 2 balls and a strike now. Brewers got themselves something going here. Down by a pair, 2 on, only 1 man out. Smith deals, hit foul. It was a good one to hit. About belt high out over the middle. He tried to go the other way into right center. Fouled it back. Now it's 2-2, Drew Smith. With only 1 man out. And the pitch. Check swing, and he held. Off speed down low, and it's full up now, 3-2. I would imagine Luke Voigt is holding. We'll see here in a moment. Smith checks him, and time called by Omar Narvaez. First and third, only 1 man out. The stretch. The pitch, runner holding. Inside corner, got him looking. Anderson knew it. Upset it himself. He had a good one to hit and pull. I think he was looking out away to go the other way, and it didn't happen. Now it's Jesse Winker. Big strikeout for Smith. Tying runs are aboard. Uecker today a double and a run scored. Took a strike. Got away with a high slider that time. He's the Brewers' DH. Smith all set again. For Uecker, here it is. That one's too high, pulled down by Narvaez. Even at a ball and a strike. Mets infield playing back. Outfield about straight away for Uecker. The pitch. Lined foul upstairs. Ball 1 and strike 2 now. And Omar Narvaez heading out to talk things over with Drew Smith. Down by a pair in the 5th. Inning started off with a free ride for Yelich. The base hit by Voit. Big strikeout for Smith. Trying to finish off Uecker here. And the pitch. That one's too high, and there'll be no throw on a steal of second base. That one went unchallenged by New York. Every stolen base, Delta Dental donates to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Wisconsin. Now 2-2, the pitch. Uecker, a roller foul. He's got runners at second and third. Narvaez, new sign. Smith is ready. Runners lead. Second and third. And the pitch. Look out. Up and in. He's full up now. Owen Miller is due next. Just called back to the dugout by Craig Counsell. And the pitch. Hit foul by Uecker again. Bryce Terang is the on-deck hitter now for the Crew. See if he gets a shot to hit here. 2 men are out, 2 are on, tying runs. Now the pitch. Hit to right center. Hey, in the gap. It's going to tie the game at least. Uecker in the second with a scorching double. And we are back to even. And Bryce Terang will have a shot to untie it real quick like. Uecker, a gapper, 2 RBIs for him, number 6 and 7 on the year. Big 2-out base hit. And now Bryce Terang. Well, why not? And the pitch. It's in there on the outside corner, and it's strike 1. Smith ready again. Coming back. Way high and off the outside corner. 94 miles per hour on the fastball. Joey Wiemer is due next. Smith coming back. 2 balls and a strike now. New York bullpen is quiet. Every double hit by a Brewer batter, $75 to the MAC Fund. The silver lining, the pitch. In tight. Low inside curveball. It's 3-1 now. Hits are all even, 7 apiece. Uecker, the lead run at second. Smith is ready. And coming back, Terang, a swing and a foul tip. He had one. Inside slider, had a rip, fouled it. Narvaez hung on. Now we're full up. And the pitch. Got him looking. Ooh, right down the middle. Fastball for the strikeout. But the crew has come back. New York, sixth inning. Mark Canal leads off and looks at a strike. And it's 0-1 from Hobie Milner. Ready to work and coming back. 2 strikes with nothing now. John Curtis, a right-hander, is up for New York. Right now it's Hobie Milner. 2 strikes on Canal. Just missed the outside. 1-2 now. And the pitch hit in the air. This one is going to be playable and caught by Anderson. There's one away in the New York 6th. Omar Narvaez coming up now. Burns 4 1/3 today. The pitch in and over, a curveball strike. 0-1 now. Hits all even, 7 apiece. In a game tied at 6. Milner wheels and deals again. A check swing. Did he go? He held. 1 ball and 1 strike now. He is set, delivers. This one, Narvaez, a rip and a foul down the third base side. 1-2 on the New York catcher. He is set to work. Coming back, up and in. Leaning a little too much, and Milner backed him up. 2-2 pitch coming. Target down low and inside the pitch. Struck him out, swinging. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin strikeout. It makes a difference. And Luis Guillorme is going to be the batter now. Game tied at 6. And we're in the 6th. Curveball, strike, and a dandy. Brewers bullpen. Major part of this club, and the pitch. Bullseye again, right in there. Yeah, that's been talked about all spring long, and it's a big part of the power on this club, the bullpen. The 0-2 bouncer, right side, and Bryce Terang, who stayed in the game after pinch hitting, throws him out easily. 3 up and 3 down, 6. Nicely done by bottom half of inning number 6. Joey Weimer will stand in to lead things off. John Curtis is now working for New York. And the opening pitch. Swing and a miss by Joey. Fastball down low and away, and it's 0-1 on him. Drew Smith is gone. Curtis deals again too low, and it popped away from Omar Narvaez. 6 apiece. Hits are all even at 7. Brewers trying to sweep. Mets trying to get out of here with a win. John Curtis one more time. Coming back. Bouncer hit foul up along third. Breaking ball, he tried to pull it. Hit that little roller. New sign, Narvaez. And the right-hander ready. Coming back. Got him looking. Outside corner fastball. That one had some pop on it. Peter Strzelecki is up, and it is going to be Garrett Mitchell as a pinch hitter for the Crew, batting for Mike Brasso. Sixth inning, Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Harley Furr from Cadott is our contestant. $50 in the jackpot. Lined foul by Mitchell. One strike. Coming back. Mitchell a half swing and a miss at that high fastball. Fastball at 94. He's ready to work and coming back. Struck him out swinging right back with number one. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Mets right-hander. All right, Willie Adames is the batter. You know, at the start of this series, we told you about this New York club, and we've talked about it throughout. The fact that this is a good ball club, a shot to win the East. And with everything, power, pitching, good defense. So no surprise, bouncer hit to third and gobbled up by Guillorme. And that ends the Brewers' half of the sixth. But yeah, this club is good. Pitching-wise, hit with power. Yeah, they're going to be gone, and so is Lane Grindle.
All right, thank you, Uke. It's back to the top of the order for the Mets. Brandon Nimmo to lead things off, and a new pitcher in for the Crew. Right-hander Peter Strzelecki. Some changes defensively for the Brewers also. First pitch to Nimmo is a ground ball to second base. Terang charging and an underhand flip to Voit. And there is one away here in the Mets seventh. Ryan Anderson moves from right field to third base. Weimer moves from center to right. Mitchell stays in the game. He's now the center fielder. Strzelecki looking at Starling Marte, who has reached a couple of times today. A double for him back in the third. He's 1 for 2, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Strzelecki's 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Marte was squaring to bunt. He pulled the bat back just in time. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Strzelecki's been very good so far this season for the Crew. Fastball missed away. And it's 2-1. 1-0 on the year. He has yet to give up a run. He has been what the Brewers hoped he would be at the start of the season. Ground ball to the right side. Gloved by Voit. He'll find Strzelecki, cover in the bag. And Strzelecki limping just a little bit after he kind of slid and found the bag with his right foot. Now he seems to be walking okay. Trainer's coming out to take a look at him. That's a nice play, though, by Luke Voit and Peter Strzelecki. On that right side, Voit had a range to his right, and he went into a slide and fielded it with a backhand, and then Strzelecki just kind of almost slid with that right foot into the bag, and he turned it just a little bit. Might have been just a tweak. And initially he went down with 2 hands on the dirt to kind of brace himself so he didn't fall all the way down. And now Chris Hook is out there along with Dave Yeager, Craig Counsell. He's going to take a couple of warm-up tosses here just to make sure that he's all right. Takes the first one. Pitch looked okay. He didn't really say one way or another.
how he was feeling. A lot of times if a guy feels great, he's going to tell you right away. Second pitch brought home, and I think he thinks he's going to be just fine. He says, yeah, I'm good. Craig Counsell seems to like what he's heard. And Strzelecki will stay in this game. Nobody on and 2 away. And now Francisco Lindor, who's 3 for 3 today, coming to the plate. A couple of doubles. He's driven in a couple of runs. He's had one of those typical Francisco Lindor superstar kind of days. He's a great player. He'd had a slow start to the season, but that's not carried over into today. 6-6 ball game, and the first pitch to Lindor is dropped in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball past him at 92, and it's quickly 0-2 on Lindor. 4th appearance of the season for Strzelecki, and now Lindor will use his timeout. Dear driver, Toyota's lineup is hitting it out of the park with all-stars like RAV4, Camry, and Tundra. Reserve yours now. Visit Toyota.com for more information. Your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. 0-2 on Lindor. Strzelecki's pitch missed just off the plate. That was the changeup. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Lindor a switch hitter, so he's up there lefty. And swings on this pitch and fouls it back behind home plate. It stays at 1-2 on Lindor. Lindor coming into today's game was 0 for his last 7 and 0 for the series. But as we told you just a bit ago, 3 for 3 today. 1-2. Curveball just missed outside. Good breaking ball from Strzelecki that missed off the plate, and it's even now 2-2. Strzelecki trying to work a 1-2-3, top of the 7th. The pitch missed high and away, and it goes full. You've got the daunting Pete Alonso standing in the on-deck circle. Strzelecki with that right arm dangling, looking in. And the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to second base. Terang waiting on it. Fields it. Throws to first. And it's a 1-2-3 7th for Peter Strzelecki. We go to the bottom of 7. Tied at 6. Christian Yelich leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. John Curtis, the former Brewer, is still out there on the mound. He looked sharp in a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th inning against the Crew. Back out there for a second inning. The first pitch to Yelich, a half-hearted swing and a miss on a slider that came down and in, and it's 0-1. Yelich, a couple of strikeouts, a walk and a run scored this afternoon. A 6-6 ball game here in Milwaukee. 0-1, swing and a miss. Another slider down and in. Yelich swung over the top of it. It's 0-2. Matt Bush getting loose in the Brewers bullpen after a 1-2-3 top of the 7th from Peter Strzelecki. 0-2 pitch. Yelich, a fly ball out to left. Back on it is Canna. A couple of steps in front of the warning track to make the catch. Yelich is the first out of the 7th. The 7th inning stretch, by the way, brought to you by Island Resort and Casino, Championship Golf, Drift Spa, Horizon Steakhouse, Splash Island, Specialty Suites, Vast Gaming Floor, and live entertainment. Those are 7 reasons to stay at the Island Resort and Casino. Here's William Contreras. 0 for 2 today with a walk. And the pitch missed off the plate with a slider. And it's 1-0. Brewers acquired John Curtis in the 2021 season. 1-0 pitch. He checked his swing on a slider down and away. They appeal to first. And Sean Barber agrees that he didn't offer at it. 2-0 now on Contreras. They traded Peyton Henry to the Marlins in that deal. 1-0 is up and in. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Contreras. Curtis made a handful of appearances for the Brewers. Did not have great results and then was injured and missed the rest of that year Spent the year last year rehabbing, and now back on the mound with the Mets in 2023. 3-0 pitch, ground ball back up the middle. It'll squirt into center field for a base hit for William Contreras. Just found its way through, and that's where no shift is your friend, as it found its way up, back up the middle and into center field. And Contreras has his second hit of this homestand. The Brewers have a base runner with one out for Luke Voit, who's had a good day at the plate. Voit is 2 for 3 today. Couple of hard hit singles. Curtis brings home the pitch. Breaking ball missed inside. It's 1-0. Tied at 6. Brewers have out hit the Mets this afternoon 8-7. Curtis comes set. The 1-0. Fly ball, deep right field. Marte giving it a look. It's going to twist out a play foul. 1 ball and 1 strike here on Voit. Voit, big time power. Looking for his first home run of 2023. What a time it would be right here. Long hold by Curtis. And the 1-1. Missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. Voit with a smile as he steps out of the box. Chuckling, I think, at how long Curtis held and made him stand in the box before that pitch was thrown. Toss over to first by Curtis, and back in time is Contreras. Been a back and forth afternoon here between the Brewers and the Mets. Currently tied at 6. 2-1. Missed high. That was a slider again from Curtis, and it's a very friendly count for Luke Voit at 3-1. Voit in the back of the box with an open stance. Awaits the pitch. Swings on it and fouls it back above us behind home plate. The count is full. It's 3-2. Got a good cut. And a fastball that was pretty much center cut. That was a good pitch to hit for Voit, and he just missed it. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He beat him with a fastball at 93 right down the middle. And he strikes out Voit. There's 2 down now. And here is Brian Anderson, who is now the Brewers' third baseman. Started the game in right field. And he has had some kind of series. He has driven in 9 in this series alone. And he hits this one fouling out of play first base side. Into the second deck. It's 0-1 on Anderson. 0 for 2 today. A walk, a run scored. Was 5 for 7 with 3 home runs in this series coming into this afternoon. Here's the 0-1, and he missed away. It's a ball and a strike. Anderson healthy again, and that's been the key for him. Had some health issues in Miami, but he's healthy now with the Brewers and having a huge impact. Another toss over to first, and back in time is Contreras. Two outs, runner at first, bottom of the 7th inning. Curtis comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. And Anderson laid off a slider down and away. It's 2-1. Mets will have Alonso, Vogelbach, and McNeil scheduled to hit in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball through the right side. Oh, it hit Contreras as he was breaking towards second, and he is out, and the inning is over. Oh, that was going to get through. Alonso gave it a look, but he couldn't get to it, and then it hit Contreras in the back of the foot. That's some tough luck for the Crew in the bottom of the 7th inning as Contreras hit in the back of the foot on that base hit by Brian Anderson. So nothing across for the Crew. We go to the 8th inning, tied at 6. And stepping back in, here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Lane, thank you very much. Peter Alonso will lead things off. He's got a couple of home runs today. One to the Mets bullpen in right center. That was back in the 3rd. And then he did it again in the 5th inning. 2-run shot. He hit it to the Brewers bullpen in left. Curveball, a dandy, a hanger, but a good one. It's a strike. 0-1 from Matt Bush. Bush in his 2nd game on the year deals again. Bouncer to a diving stab at 3rd from his knees. He throws in time. Oh, what a play. Brian Anderson with a diving stab, and then from his knees, a one-hop strike to first, and a heck of a play on the other end by Luke Voigt. Wow, nicely done to take a base hit away from Peter Alonso. That play on the back end by Voigt had the bag, tagged it twice. Wow. We were talking earlier in our broadcast about the total aspect of this club thus far, and Vogelbach takes one high and wide. It's 1 ball and no strikes. About pitching, power, the home runs in this homestand and in the series against the Mets. But all over, down low and inside, it's 2-0, all over with this club. I mean, they've got the package, and everything seems to be where it was in Arizona together. Vogelbach. Bullseye on that one. Fastball on the inside corner. It's 2-1.
Before the Brewers signed Brian Anderson, I had no idea he had the arm strength that he has. That's the 2nd day in a row he's made a great throw from his knees.
2 balls on a strike. Down low and inside, a bender miss from Bush. Yeah, you got to make sure you're facing the right way when you get up on your knees, that you're not throwing it to the wire or to the seats. 3-1 delivery on Vogelbach. And he missed down low and inside. And before Jeff McNeil comes on, 10 for identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network. Jeff McNeil is the batter. We're in the New York 8th inning. Tied at 6, final game of the series with a day off tomorrow. Matt Bush throws to first. A rocket over there, I'll tell you that. When this guy comes at you, he's wide open. Talking about pickoff attempts. You better be ready. Luke Voigt holding to the runner at first. That's McNeil. And the pitch. Lined foul left field side. Strike 1. Brewers on the hit column, 9-7. Game tied at 6. Castro, the runner, swing and a miss, throw to second base, going to be late. He had a good jump. Throw grabbed by Willie Adames. He took a swipe at him, but he got in there. There's the lead run. It's 2 strikes on McNeil. And Matt Bush all set to go again. Here it is. Line foul. Choking up that time. Jeff McNeil just tried to poke that ball down the left field side. David Robertson, a right-hander, is up for New York. Matt Bush, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball down and in. Mark Canha is going to be the batter now. Big strikeout. ASAP, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Now Bush trying to get out of it with no damage. Swing and a miss. Kind of a half swing on a nice curveball. Canha today is 0 for 3. He's 0 for 11 in this series. Matt Bush set to deal again. Here it is. Curve and a beauty. Caught the outside corner. 0-2 now. Back-to-back curveballs. Ground out to lead off the inning. The walk, the stolen base. Big strikeout, and now Bush coming back 0-2. Here it is. Down low and a good save by Contreras. 1-2 on Mark Canha. Bush stepping off, now back to the rubber. Runner at second. Tied at 6th, the pitch. Hit in the air to right center, playable. Weimer is there, and that ends the inning. Nicely done by Matt Bush. Mets get nothing, leave 1. David Robertson is the new pitcher for New York, hard-throwing right-hander. Brewers half of inning number 8. Leinenkugel's summer shandy is upon us. You bet. That's baseball season, shandy season. Refreshing Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. It's Leinenkugel's. Flavor the moment. Jesse Winker is the batter. Robertson deals in and over, a strike, and it's 0-1. Couple of doubles today, a couple of big runs batted in back in the 5th inning. New sign and Robertson ready. He draws it back and deals again. Hit in the air, shallow center, and playable. Nimmo is there, and Winker is retired. One up and one down. Bryce Terang is the batter now, and Devin Williams is up in the Brewers bullpen. Terang came on as a pinch hitter and looks at a strike here. He was called out as a pinch hitter back in the 5th inning. Came on to bat for Owen Miller and stayed in the game. Next offering, a low inside curveball. He looked, and it's even at 1-1. Joey Weimer is due next. And the pitch. Too low on Terang. 2 balls on a strike on him. Baseball brought to you in part by Usingers. And the pitch by the right-hander. Swing and a miss by Terang. Our favorite sausage. Polish, Italian, great tasting brats. And if you like kraut, they've got plenty of that too. The pitch missed outside. 3-2 on Bryce Terang. Musinger's kraut, your favorite sausage. You're looking good. And the payoff. Terang got under one. Hit it to center. Not deep again. Nimmo is there for that one. 2 are up, 2 are down. Here's Joey Wimmer. Wimmer today, that big home run. Back in the second. Hit one with 2 on. Has bounced out and struck out. And the right-hander deals too low and popping away from Omar Narvaez. 1 ball and no strikes. They're deep and about straight away. And the pitch. A little low, didn't miss by much. Pretty good breaking ball that time from Robertson. Yet to win or lose. In his 3rd game for New York. Cranks it up again. Ooh, a hanging breaking ball. He took it. 2 balls on a strike. Sometimes you just can't swing it. That's how big it looks. Next offering, hit out in front of home plate. Picked up by Robertson, and he throws him out. And the Brewers' half of inning number 8 is over. The 9th is coming up. Well, Devin Williams gets the call here in the New York 9th inning. And if you go along with us on that play that involved William Contreras at first base, hit by that batted ball, they've changed it to a 3 unassisted instead of 4. And Devin Williams missed high and wide. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Omar Narvaez. Narvaez today a base hit back in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. And the right-hander all set to go again. Here he comes. Check swing too low. A changeup, and it's 2-0. And Williams now time called. Contreras trotting out to talk with Devin Williams. All set to go again, all straight. Annex difference in the game back in that Brewer 5th inning, that key double by Uecker with a couple of outs. The pitch. Omar got under one. Luckily, it's going to wind up in shallow center. And caught by Mitchell now. It was Weimer who has moved to right field. Mitchell now in center and grabbed that fly ball off the bat of Omar Narvaez. He'd take that pitch back again. Got underneath it. Here's Guillorme. 0-4-3 to him. And the Brewers' second baseman today. It was Miller, and now Terang. He's bounced out 3 times. 4-3. Left-handed batter. And Devin Williams. Here it is. Strike at the knees. and it's 0-1. Williams in only his second game. Coming back in the 0-1. Missed off the inside. Right back with number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Left-handed batting third baseman, the pitch. Bouncer, easy play. Terang. 2 down. To the top of the order in Brandon Nimmo. Right-hander Adam Ottavino is up for New York. Right now it's Brandon Nimmo. Today he's 0 for 4. 3 ground outs and a strikeout. See if Williams can finish him off. Strike on the outside corner with a good fastball. As usual from the stretch. And coming back. Missed that time. Just off the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Mike Balinsky calling balls and strikes today. All set again. Target up by Contreras, the pitch. Hit in the air to shallow left. And it is going to be caught by Willie Adames to end the New York 9th inning. Well, how about the bottom half of the inning number 9, and Adam Ottavino is going to do the pitching for New York. Tomas Nido is the new catcher for the Mets. And the Brewers will send Garrett Mitchell to lead things off. And the opening pitch, showing bunt, took one outside. It's ball 1. With Guillorme playing well back and way off the line at third, that idea would work for Garrett Mitchell. Ottavino deals again. Jam job foul off his foot. And it's even at a ball and a strike. Piamps is up in the Brewers bullpen. That one got him on the instep.
Looked like it got him on
the knee,
the top of the knee a little bit, yeah.
It hit him good, I know that. He's still waiting to get in the box, and Mike Balinsky is giving him as much time as he wants. They hurt. They sting. They really do. All right, he's back in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ottavino is ready again and delivers. Now showing bunt. Took a strike. He's got Guillorme playing back. And again, if he wanted to, that was the pitch to do it on, but he took it. And it's 1-2. Ottavino, all set again. Coming back. Too low on a hook. Big curveball down low and inside. Ottavino ready to work again. Here it is. Fouled by Mitchell. Tough pitch to handle there. Low inside slider. He got a piece of it to stay alive. 0-2 with a saved lifetime against the Crew is Ottavino. Second year with New York. And the pitch. Low and away. Shot that corner and didn't miss by much. 66 games for Ottavino a year ago with the Mets. Tied at 6 in the 9th. And the pitch. Hit in the air to right and deep. Get up! Get up! Get out of here! Gone for Garrett Mitchell. He just hit a walk-off out of here. And the Brewers have swept the New York Mets. Oh, my. How do you top this one? They have done it throughout the series, and Garrett Mitchell just took a bath. I mean, he got it all, and Ottavino is the loser after coming on to work the Brewers' ninth inning. That was a breaking ball, I think. And he got under it and lifted it out of here. And the Brewers take game 3. 7-6. Lane Grindle via the home run ball.
1 week into the season, and boy, is there a lot to like about this baseball team. And
oh, boy.
very fitting that another one of the young freshmen, if you will, Garrett Mitchell, provides the exclamation point on what's been a great start to this homestand.
I'll tell you, watching him here and talking about putting down a bunt, which would have been a good idea, too, to get him on base because of the speed that he has. But after showing a couple of attempts, he decides to go the other route, and that one takes us home.
He's one of those guys, since he got up here last year late in the season, and he will talk about it, and he'll tell you this, that he feels like he gets better the bigger the moment. He just loves to be on the big stage and be at the plate in those types of moments, and he's delivered already a handful of times in his young Brewers career. That's not even his first career walk-off hit. He's had one last year. It's really neat to see, and this team has so much momentum built already just out of the gate, and they are looking forward to welcoming the Cardinals in here this weekend, I can tell you that.
Watching him trot around the bases and his teammates waiting for him when he got to home plate, and he's got a hug from the owner, Mark Attanasio.
Yeah.
I mean, that tops it all. He's still down at the Brewers dugout and celebrating with ownership and a young fan the walk-off home run. You want to talk about the totals and summaries?
Well, we sure can. After we catch our breath for a moment, huh? I mean, that what a first 3 days here at this ballpark. I mean, the 2 blowouts over a team that everybody thinks has a real chance to win the NL East and is a contender in the National League, and then to fight back and tie the game at